This should be where Kokomi said. Do you still remember this place? Paimon remembers. We came by here last. That was back when you did your stint as captain of Swordfish too. Things on the island must have changed a lot since.
If the enemy outnumbers you, seek their weakness and exploit it. If you outnumber the enemy, seek unequivocal domination, and marauders on the waterfront are supplied by sea.
General Goro, sir, do you have...
More or less. From the directives left behind by Her Excellency, we can surmise that a Fatui ship is moored nearby. We could split into 2 teams, one to draw their attention, and the other to circle around behind enemy lines and set fire to their ship. Then again, Madame Kokomi made clear that we are not to split up without sufficient forces. We'd risk being picked off one by one until our whole line—
Sir, shall I send for reinforcements?
I doubt there's time. Based on their movements, they'd likely be gone before our troop— Her Excellency's directives also stipulate that we should wait in ambush and avoid making the first move. Since we lack sufficient troops, I don't think we can afford to engage the enemy at the—
Sir, we're just gonna stand by and watch them leave?
Her Excellency's directives also state help may arrive when all seems lost. As for where this help is supposed to come from—
Hey, Goro! What are you guys up to?
Captain, you've returned to Watatsumi Island.
That's great! Her Excellency's directives are as reliable as ever. Recently, the remnants of the Fatui forces have been unusually active. We've been monitoring their movements, waiting— Unfortunately, we don't have the manpower to split into 2 teams. Can we ask you to keep them occupied?
Hard to say no when it's the Fatui. Whatever they're planning, we won't let them get away.
Good. There's not a moment to lose. We'll go behind enemy lines and sabotage their ship. Watch yourselves. We'll be—
Seems like the Resistance still remembers us. Come on, let's help them get the—
Frozen.
By royal decree.
Crisp.
Verdict is...
Let's dance.
For a flash breach.
Midnight Phantasmagoria. I summon thee.
Burn. Oh no! Send this quickly.
Come on, we can do it. Odds revealed by
Roast and fry. It's not this time. You need to hurry up. This one's
Let the show begin.
As you wish, me
Send
for
this
life.
quickly. Roast and fry.
No rest for the wicked.
You need to hurry up.
Verdict is...
I guess this is it. This one's well
By
done.
royal decree. I'll
You
protect
need to
us.
hurry up.
An unfortunate fault.
Yeah, comrades! They've set the ship on fire! An arson attack! Curse them! We leave us no choice but to attack! Comrades, let's make them regret it! This should be fun!
Let the show begin.
It isn't time for a break here!
Odds revealed by ready, steady, go.
Killjoy! We've only just begun! This should be fun!
Midnight Phantasmagoria. No rest for the wicked. Verdict is... Killjoy, we've only just begun. You can't run.
Let's dance. By royal decree.
Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun. Looks like I went too far. This is trouble. Time for retribution.
I'll protect us.
We were lucky to have you here. We'd have no way to prevent their escape without you.
What's that you're holding? Is it the director's? Let Paimon see. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, no, not all of them. I have 5 more volumes.
Are you serious?
Her Excellency always plans for every scenario. Plus, these are her general operational directives, which are more comprehensive than most. Still, we're fortunate to have them. They make sure we're prepared for every eventuality.
Oh, understanding every eventuality sounds tiring enough, let alone writing them all down.
Captain, are you back on Watatsumi Island to lead Swordfish 2 again? Her Excellency says that now is a time of peace, and that we should reduce the size of the military and focus on helping the civilian population. About half of us are still organized into task forces, supporting the platoons. The other half have been given various other functions like patrol, construction, and farm. Of course, not everyone's happy about it. The other day, an old buddy of mine was grumbling about being forced to build houses. Said they'd have to drag him away from the front line, kicking.
The spirit of the resistance is alive and... Anyway, we're here because Kokomi invited us to the victory feast.
I believe Her Excellency is currently at Boro Village. There were reports of a possible disturbance over there. If I'm not mistaken, Her Excellency has gone to deal with it in person. We should probably get going ourselves. And, also, on your way over, please check in on the soldiers. I'm sensing a growing unease among them, but I don't know what's causing it. They used to tell me all their concerns, but whatever this is, they're keeping it hidden.
Sounds good. Paimon was just thinking it'd be good to see everyone ready when you are.
Wait, aren't you... Oh, it is you! Oh, you have our gratitude. I wasn't with Swordfish 2. Oh, you really gave it to those shogunate samurai in the fight of honor. Is there anything you need from me? I'm at... on edge, you say? In fairness, the battle isn't long over and... Well, perhaps it isn't quite over for them. You know what I mean? Every single person looked death in the face that day. Victory's declared and all of a sudden, the fighting's over. But people can't just snap back into normal life again. I think things will improve, but I don't know what else it could be. But what I do know is that as long as Her Excellency is with us, and all the more so now that you're back, seriously, if there's ever...
What a nice guy. Let's go ask some other people. Let's dance.
I've definitely seen you somewhere before. Can't place you, but unsettled. Not that I would, necessarily. We're at peace now, finally, and I, for one, intend to make the most of it. My life right now is about 2 things and 2 things only. The sun and the sea breeze. Sorry that I can't be more help.
Huh. Seems he's about to fall asleep. protect us.
Ugh, I don't understand what Her Excellency is thinking. I mean, peace talks? Give me a break.
Exactly. Everyone knows you can't trust the Tenryo Commission. I heard they've been secretly coordinating with the Fatui and plan to continue their attack.
Wait, for real? You're sure of that?
Positive. Some of our guys had a run-in with a few Fatui. They caught them conspiring to...
I knew it! The Tenryo Commission are a bunch of crooks. They'll never change. Honestly, it's kind of naive for Her Excellency.
Shh! Keep your voice down. Someone...
Hey there! What you talking about?
Captain, you're back. Do you think we should tell the captain about what we were discussing?
No, let's not mention it. He's one of her closest advisors. For all we...
I'm sure the captain would see where we're coming from, but you're right. Welcome back to Watatsumi Island, Captain.
Her Excellency should be in the village at present. Head straight over if you...
Paimon definitely detected some hush-hush going on. Let the show begin.
Admit it! We know you've been secretly supplying the Tenryo Commission with goods purchased on Watatsumi Island. I knew something was off about a Tenryo Commission merchant doing business here.
I'm innocent!
Ha! You're as guilty as they come. You never should have been allowed to set foot on this island, let alone take him away.
Wait! Kokomi! Something's going down over here!
Your Excellency! This merchant is suspected of criminal activity. Our surveillance shows that in his whole time here, he has made numerous purchases, but no sales. And yet he has no stock in his possession.
I haven't!
That will do. Let's not let ourselves get too worked up here, shall we? Everyone take a deep breath with me. Matsuda, Uchimura, I understand that you're concerned for the safety of Watatsumi Island. But before we make any decisions over whether this merchant is guilty or not, we must give him the chance to If he's guilty, of course, there will be consequences. But if he's innocent, he doesn't deserve to be falsely accused. Excuse me, sir. As you know, my subordinates have some concerns surrounding your commercial activity here.
Of course! I can explain. I'm a trader on the island. So naturally, I built up some inventory. I was planning to hold off on selling until the prices went up, but then... but then I was robbed by the Fatui. They took everything. Now, you think about that. First, I lose all my inventory, then I get treated like a criminal.
And why should we believe you? So what? That doesn't prove they took it. And even if they did, it'll still end up in the Tenryo Commission's hands.
What? The Tenryo Commission are colluding with the Fatui now? I suppose it is true. What's that?
What, the Tenryo Commission start colluding with the Fatui after the fighting's already finished? We met a representative of the Kujo clan recently. It doesn't seem like he'd have the time. But on the way over here, we accidentally on purpose overheard some soldiers mention
It has been brought to my attention, yes. We are scheduled to begin peace talks with the Tenryo Commission soon. The Kamisato clan has arranged for them to take place in a neutral. Kujo-Sara and I will be accompanied by our guards. But just as arrangements for the peace talks began to fall into place, I started hearing rumors of collusion between the Kujo clan and the Fatui. Allegedly, their goal is to completely wipe out Watatsumi. If that's the case, then the peace talks are likely a trap. Even the Kamisato clan could be involved. Sir, are you quite certain that your goods were stolen by the Fatui?
Yes, it's the truth. I swear. They stole my goods and then they ran off that way.
Very well. The potential ramifications of this incident are serious. We will retrieve your goods, and if everything is in order. However, if we find evidence to corroborate the claims of collusion between the Fatui and the Tenryo Commission, I expect you to fully comply with our investigation.
Yes, of course.
Matsuda?
Well received, Your Excellency.
Good. Now, Traveler, Captain of Swordfish Platoon Section 2, would you join me in the investigation? Good. I look forward to seeing. I also have a few new things to teach you.
If we do find the merchant's goods in the hands of the Fatui, it'll prove he's innocent. Whatever's going on between the Fatui...
This must be the Fatui camp that the merchant was. From the looks of it, it used to be a Hilichurl camp.
Looks pretty.
Not by brute force, that's for sure. But that's not a problem. The terrain here gives us an advantage, and we haven't given away our positions. Our enemy is in the light, while we are in the shadows. Option 1. Take the king, and it's checkmate. The Fatui's presence in Inazuma is weak at present. If we strike from above and take down their leader first, the rest of them will be hard-pressed to put up a serious. Option 2. Hit them where it hurts. Over there, for example. A store of gun. If we managed to discreetly set the gunpowder alight without alerting them, they'd be caught completely off guard. Both their morale and fighting capacity would. Option 3. Use the environment against them. We're close to the sea here, so the air is very humid. I can gather the water vapor, you add a touch of lightning, and together we can shock.
Wow, that's our grand strategy.
That will depend on our assessment of our own ability. A surprise attack from the air is the quickest solution. With an explosion, we could rapidly reduce their numbers without a protracted battle. But absolute stealth would be required during the operation. If we decide to take advantage of the environment, we should be prepared for a lengthy siege. It seems that you share my strategic set. This is my preferred tactic. Let's work together to give them the surprise. The explosion was roughly the size I expected. Hopefully we've given them a fright. Hold the line!
You can't run! Well, don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun! You can't Looks run! Like I went too far. This one's well done!
Allow me!
Oz, reveal thyself!
Let's move! You haven't seen the last of us! Use this first! Burn!
Rest and rebuild! A brash maneuver!
You can't run! Well, don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun! Can't run! Looks like I went too far.
Let's dance!
So soon!
Covenant of the Deep!
No escape! Use this first! Prepare yourself!
Allow me!
Prepare yourself!
Let's move on.
No escape! A bad dance! So soon! You can't run from death.
Excellent work.
All thanks to your...
Actually, even the best tactics live or die on the strength of those. Winning a battle takes a concerted effort from everyone involved.
Now that you mention it, Paimon did make... Hey!
I must admit, I wasn't expecting to find the Fatui laying low in a Hilichurl camp. What's their objective? Are the soldiers right? Could they really be in collusion with the Let's scour the camp for evidence. If the merchant's story is true, the...
All right, time to... So these are the Fatui food supplies? past their best. Is this Whoa! This place is chock full of bomb-making materials! This is way too dangerous. We should tell Kokomi right away and figure out the best way to deal with it. Hey, look here! Could these belong to the merchant? There's a lot. Kokomi! Kokomi! We found...
I see. Oh, nothing. I just zoned out for a moment. Let's see here. Yes, these are the stolen goods of food, medicine, farming tools. All essential for post-war recovery. By contrast, it's doubtful that the Tenryou Commission has any need of these items. So the idea that he was supplying them doesn't... In all likelihood, he's just an opportunistic merchant. Nothing quite as scandalous as...
He's hardly a saint, though, right? We're not just gonna give them back to him and let him go, or...
Don't worry. I had already foreseen. In my recently issued post-war temporary decree, I included restrictions on the prices of essential everyday goods. These items will ultimately reach the people at a reasonable price. If he had taken the time to read the decree, it's unlikely he ever would have ended up in this predicament.
Kokomi, you think of...
I wish that were true. Take this alleged collusion between the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui. The low energy Nothing. Come on. It's not long now until the victory feast. It'll be a race against the clock to get all of this
Got it! First we mend the peace.
My goods! Thank you, Your Excellency. You see, I told you.
I'm not so sure. You could have easily planned the whole thing.
Based on the information we gathered from the Fatui camp, there's nothing to suggest he had any court. Had it been the case, then knowing how the Fatui operates...
But what if...
No ifs, no buts. We've recovered the goods.
Apology.
Guess we got carried away.
What did I tell you? You army numbskulls don't have a clue. All brawn and no brains.
Sir, I'm afraid you're getting ahead of yourself. You may be innocent of the accusations originally leveled at you, but hoarding essential goods is a crime under the temporary decree. You have already admitted to being the owner of these goods, so we are obliged to respond with appropriate measures. In addition to enforcing the sale of these goods at the accepted rates, there will also...
Wait, Your Excellency, whose side are you on here?
I have no business taking sides. As the Divine Priestess of Watatsumi Island, I abide by the principle of clear and consistent rewards and punishment. Just as merit must be recognized, mistakes must be penalized. You may have been proven innocent of the more serious allegations leveled at you, but this does not exempt you from bearing the consequences of your mistakes.
Wait a minute,
Well, don't just stand there. Take him.
Your Excellency, he says all the goods belong to him. Those of a Tenryou Commission emblem are probably his, but not the rest. Especially these ones. They're clearly for shrine use.
It seems the Fatui simply dumped all their stolen goods in one place. Leave the shrine paraphernalia to me. I know, that's all.
Not at all, Your Excellency. But if I may, Your Excellency, maybe there were no signs of collusion in this case. But our people know what they saw. I know the peace talks are coming up.
I understand your concern. I'll be sure to give it further... I'm going to take these items back to the Sangonomiya Shrine.
Oh! Should we head to Boo Boo Pharmacy today?
Watatsumi Island observes different customs than the rest of Inazuma. I imagine it must all seem a little alien to you. It's been a long time since I last came to this village. There's been a lot to deal with recently. Next time you visit, I'll take you to visit Watatsumi Island's old shrine. You know, the earliest shrine on Watatsumi Island was not located in Sangonomiya. It was close to the Statue of the Seven. Back then, the people of this island recognized the shogun's existence. But after she struck down our protector deity, the shrine was abandoned. Relations between Watatsumi Island and the shogunate have soured ever since. I've been hoping to raise all this at the peace talks and discuss it properly. Grievances have to be let go.
Your Excellency, what brings you out this way on your busy schedule? Oh my, you're looking a little worse for wear. You need to take better care of yourself, okay?
Your Excellency, I beg you, heed a word of advice. If we reconcile with them, the god who once protected us...
Come on, that's ancient history. Besides, the fighting is barely over. We should be grateful to be...
I know, it's just... we should remain strong in these negotiations.
I appreciate your concerns. I will consider the options carefully.
Wonderful. We're all...
Oh, Your Excellency? Well, I'll be... fancy meeting you at a place like... do you know? My daughter's enrolled herself in the Shrine Maiden selection process this year. If she makes it into Sangonomiya, I'll be one very happy... I'm always telling my daughter that if she gets the chance to learn from Her Excellency... I mean, just look at Her Excellency, still so young, but so mature and intelligent.
Well, if she comes to Sangonomiya, I'll look out.
Your Excellency. Boy, am I glad you're here. As you know, agricultural output has taken a pretty big hit this year.
Oh, Your Excellency! Isn't this the captain of Swordfish?
Your Excellency!
Please, though, for the longer ones, I'd prefer it if you could write a report and submit it to the shrine. Are you alright? This kind of thing is...
Your Excellency, here you are. There's been a situation. We're still waiting on the delivery of a whole batch of ceremonial items.
Oh, we retrieved those already.
Really? That's fantastic. I sorted through all the petitions received recently and also, according to the schedule, you're just in time for your meeting today on the development of the textiles industry.
That's today?
Yes. The two young ladies have arrived safely. We're just...
I see. Oh, let's rendezvous tomorrow at the entrance to Sangonomiya Shrine. Then we'll go and make preparations for the victory.
Yay! The victory feast!
That's the name of the game. There'll be some Watatsumi Island specialties, which I'm sure...
Great! See you tomorrow! weird. She doesn't seem like the type to... How is she still not here? Let's go ask that soldier over there.
Are you looking for Her Excellency? I'm afraid she isn't here at the moment. I don't know where she's...
So strange. Guess we should just call it a rain check?
Not necessarily. If I recall correctly, Her Excellency has made special provisions for such a scenario in her general let me see. Yes, number 98. Should a visitor from afar come to see me, and should my whereabouts be unknown, direct them to proceed southward until they arrive at a tree with purple foliage. The footnote stipulates that this only applies when Her Excellency has made no communication regarding her whereabouts before disappearing. And even then, only when the visitor in question is of VIP status. As far as I'm concerned, you two tick all of the boxes. I keep this directive on me at all times.
Kokomi really does think of everything. Are you sure this is the right place? It feels like we keep heading deeper into the middle of nowhere. Hey, doesn't that tree look like the one she described in the directive? It looks like there's a way in over there. Let's take a look. So this is where you ran off to. We were gonna meet up and get things ready for the victory
I apologize.
You got sick? We'll go fight.
No. It's nothing like...
You run on energy?
No. It's just a figure of speech. You noticed? I guess I haven't quite mastered the ability to hide how I'm feeling. To be honest, I'm not really cut out to be a leader. At first, my dream was to read up on military strategy and perhaps become an advisor. Constantly communicating with people, trying to retain their morale, having to read between the lines, making sure everyone gets the recognition they deserve. You're somehow supposed to make people feel wonderful, just from being in your presence, while also commanding their respect. It doesn't come naturally to me, but because of my bloodline, I was always going to end up being the divine priestess, sooner or later. So, whenever I feel overwhelmed, I come here to just lose myself in a book and relax. Don't worry, it doesn't affect my work. I handed over preparations for I have to make a speech tonight. And I mustn't give the troops any reason to suspect that something could be wrong.
Is there anything we can do to help?
I should be feeling energized again soon if I hold off on work for a little longer. I was reading a book last time I was here, but I only got about halfway through.
We'll find it for you, and then we'll read it out to you.
You do that for me? I'm really lucky you came back to Watatsumi Island.
Whoa, look! So does Kokomi make time to deal with Sangonomiya Events Cash Flow Statement? Consolidated Annual Report on Fishing Production. This is a lot of work for one person, and it's on top of all the directives she has to write and the people she has to meet day to... Let's track down that book.
I'm actually still talking to people.
Hey, look! Could this be the book she wanted? Swordfish Captain came back.
That's just, Give it here!
Guess that was the wrong one. It's gotta be this one, right? Look, there's even a bookmark. Ooh, it's pretty dead. Well, let's take it. Kokomi, is this the book you wanted?
I'm not sure, actually.
Kokomi? Oh no, she's fallen asleep. Tonight's the victory feast. Not to mention that the peace talks are just around the corner. You sure that's a good idea? She does look pretty exhausted. Guess there's still some time to go too.
Avoid disaster. The war's over. Did you see? What time?
Yep, you've been out for ages. It's...
I can't believe... I haven't slept that peacefully in so long. That's gotta be 3 whole energy points right there. Thank you. Well, we better get ourselves over there.
Woohoo! Kokomi's back to full...
It looks like everything's in place for the feast. But I still need to give a quick speech before the fest.
Oh, how much energy will that take?
Don't worry, I've got plenty. Thanks to you two.
That's great! We'll be...
Welcome, everyone! Today is the day that we celebrate our victory. Recently, our war with the Shogun's army came to an end, and we finally saw the abolition of the Vision Hunt decree. None of us can know what the Inazuma of the future will look like. But tomorrow, I meet with the Tenryou Commission for peace talks. Thank you all for your valiant efforts throughout. Truly, it is only through those efforts that we have been able to prevail in this trying war. This feast is held in honor of each and every one of you gathered here today. I hope all of you get to relax and enjoy our... Tonight seems to have gone off without a hitch. People tend to be more open when they're in a good mood. Could I ask you to go around and see what information you can gather? I still have no further leads regarding the issue of potential collusion between the Tenryou Commission, and I'm concerned that something might happen at tomorrow.
Okay, sure.
Watatsumi Island is finally at peace. Recently, well, the biggest thing for us is that we can finally... During the hostilities, the open sea was full of warships. We just had to make do with what little fish and shrimp we could get our hand. When the catch wasn't good, we'd all go hungry. The poor kids were crying all... We'd go to bed ravenous and be tossing and turning all night long. I hear you're captain of Swordfish too, is that right? Well, thank you for your service.
Oh, no.
Come on, take it. Without you, we'd probably still be going to bed hungry tonight.
Okay, well,
care for some... Are you referring to the thing about the Tenryo Commission and the Fatui? It's funny you should say that the soldiers seem excitable, though. I've had the same feeling. He's been acting strange these days. Always shouting and waving his spear around when he's got nothing to do. It's a miracle the fighting has finally come to an end. Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have much information. If you still have questions, you...
Sounds promising. Let's go see what that...
Huh? Wait, don't tell me. You actually came back. I thought you'd abandon the...
Nuh-uh! We would never rub...
Is that so? All anyone talks about these days is... Do you remember what the most important thing is? You got that right. So I'm gonna put you to the test. I'll answer your questions, but only if you can beat me in a duel.
Ugh, this guy. What do you think? Are we...
We'll see about that. You're a strong fighter. No wonder Her Excellence. You really do have a warrior's will. Then maybe you can understand. Captain, we made it up. The story about the Tenryo Commission colluding with the Fatui.
What? Poor Kokomi's been worried sick. What the heck were you thinking? This could send you right back into war with the
Yes, that's exactly what we're hoping to. Peace talks? Everyone's been drawn in by the idea. That's what's to stop the Tenryo Commission from stabbing us in the back. And what's to stop the Raiden Shogun from issuing another vision? We are the resistance. Everything hint we can't trust the Tenryo Commission or the Raiden Shogun. Surely you agree with that?
His point does kinda make sense, but something about it doesn't feel... Yeah, everything you said just now was pure speculation. Are you seriously willing to make up a wild rumor and ruin the peace everyone's worked so hard for, all because of some imaginary situation?
Don't take that tone with me, acting like you're above all of this. For the sake of victory, we embodied the warrior's will to the fullest. You understand? We were all in. You'd have me just put down my weapon and start living like an ordinary person, but how can I? How can I when every time I close my eyes, I see the faces of the friends we lost in battle? Every time I see them there in my mind's eye, it reminds me that I can never forgive the Tenryo Commission and never forgive the Vision Hunt Decree. I guess you're not one of us. Well, whatever. Go ahead and tell Sangonomiya if you want.
Too late? Darn. Doesn't seem like he's gonna answer that. What are we gonna do? This is... The whole thing about the Tenryo Commission colluding with the Fatui is baloney. They wanted the peace talks to break down so that they could carry on fighting the war.
I see. I'm fine. Don't worry. This is my fault. If only I'd perceived what they were feeling earlier. And I think I understand what Kozin means when he says it's too... The talks don't begin until tomorrow. But both sides have already sent their guards to the location. I highly suspect that one of Kozin's pro-war co-conspirators will have infiltrated the guards with an intent to reignite hostilities tomorrow during the negotiation.
Well, that's no good. Do you want us to head over there now and switch out the guards?
That won't work. Firstly, the act of bringing a new team of guards to a neutral negotiation site will put both sides on high alert. It would almost certainly push the pro-war faction into taking action. They would attack the Tenryo Commission's guards, and we'd be in danger of war breaking out once again. Not to mention that we have no idea how many of Watatsumi Island's soldiers are involved in this plot. If we change the guard in haste, we face the issue of not knowing who to trust.
Sounds like a really tricky situation.
Don't let it worry you. What's done is done. These soldiers crossed the line, but the blame is not theirs alone. Let's meet here again tomorrow. Well, here. These are some directives I wrote last night. These negotiations are complex, to be sure, but I thought about it carefully and realized there are no more than 187 possible outcomes. I took the liberty of writing them all down. This way, you will be able to adapt with speed.
Whoa. Let's see. Fierce dispute, violent escalation, armed revolt, coordinated attack, seize hostage. Wow, there are so many! But you've thought of a solution.
Glad to hear it. These peace talks are quite exceptional. It is a major step forward both for Watatsumi Island and the show. But any amount of dissatisfaction within our ranks weakens our negotiating position. As the Divine Priestess of Watatsumi Island, this responsibility is, of course, mine to show. Excellent! It's been a while, Kujo-Sara. I believe the last time we met was...
Yes, where you dealt my forces. But before we go any further, what are you doing?
That's right. He's here to bear witness to the proceeding. He experienced the war between us firsthand, and has made an enormous contribution towards securing the peace we have today.
Seems reasonable. Then let's get... The first item is the Maritime Administration issue. During wartime, we restricted fishing rights for Watatsumi vessels, and we intend to remove these restrictions. But going forward, any of your vessels that fish in our waters will have to pay taxes in accordance with Narukami legislation in order to bring their catch back to Watatsumi.
That's fine, but if they're paying taxes, they should also be entitled to protection from the Tenryou Commission while in... Any losses they sustain due to issues of public security will need to be compensated by the Tenryou...
Accepted. Let's add that to the peace treaty.
Negotiations seem to be going...
The next item has to do with the movement of people. In the past, our people have been subjected to lengthy interrogations on arrival in Watatsumi. And the same has been true for your people on arrival. Economic cooperation between our islands has suffered greatly as a consequence. Since the war is now over, I propose that we have the Yashiro Commission appoint a business council to oversee trade between our two.
The problem there is that trade is a reciprocal affair. We'll need to involve merchants from both sides in this process if it is to succeed. We cannot give the Yashiro Commission full authority.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Watatsumi Island facing severe shortages of many essential goods at the moment? Having the Yashiro Commission organize everything...
True, we're experiencing some shortages, but we will recover in due course. Between the diverse range of goods we can produce ourselves and our strong trade links with other areas, we are capable of sourcing everything we... Not to mention that your proposal would require separate talks with the Kamisato clan. If they've yet to sanction it, I believe you are going beyond the remit of the Tenryou Commission's authority.
Let's leave that aside for now, then. On to the military question. Watatsumi Island's forces will need to come back under the jurisdiction of the Tenryou Commission.
That just isn't feasible. Not in the short term.
With all due respect, feasibility doesn't come into it. The Tenryou Commission alone has ultimate responsibility for Inazuma's national security.
You Kujo scum! Colluding with the Fatui isn't low enough for you already! Comrades, never trust the Kujo! Let's get them!
Protect Madame Kujo!
Number 16. No, wait. 67? Or is it 73? Which one is it?
The last one. But hold off for the Stand down, Tadakatsu! The situation... Rest assured, I am fully aware of your concerns. Madam Kujo, this is rather serious.
Excuse me for a moment. Nobody makes another move until I have finished investigating. You two, here, now! Speak! Collusion with the Fatui?
I wouldn't exactly call it collusion.
We were approached by a few Fatui. They mentioned a potential cooperation to keep the war against At the time, I felt like we could give it a try.
But we were extremely careful. We didn't agree to anything. We just said they could maybe start by heading to Watatsumi Island and stirring things up a little. With respect, ma'am, there was no collusion. It was just a one-off conversation.
That's enough. When we return, might I remind you that this is the Fatui. You should be having no interaction with them whatsoever. So...
The Fatui's main forces have already left Inazuma. The few who approached us seemed like they wanted...
Oh, her subordinates. So they're out for revenge. One day, I will hunt them. We bear responsibility. My sincere apologies. I have my own negligence to blame for this state of affairs.
But of course, Madam Kujo. I have every confidence in your ability to resolve this. For the time being, however, there is evidently some discord within the Tenryou Commission's ranks. I would therefore not feel comfortable releasing Watatsumi Island's forces into your command at this time.
It seems that I must acquiesce. I will lay this issue aside for now. But we shall revisit it as soon as the Tenryou Commission has resolved our internal issues. As for the trade issues we raised, I will discuss options with the Yashiro Commission and make sure both sides have ample participation in the final arrangement.
Seems like Kujo Sara's on the defensive now.
I never knew the grand strategist of Watatsumi Island was a skilled negotiator. I hope that when we meet again, we can continue these sit-down discussions. I think we can leave things there for today. Once I get back, I will conduct a thorough investigation into the Tenryo Commission's internal issue.
I should inform you that we took out a Fatui camp recently. I suspect that before long, they will attempt to re-establish contact with your people in the hope of procuring some I recommend you say and do nothing on the matter for the time being, lest you tip them off and they disappear. Wait for them to come to you.
I will bear this in mind. I shall take my leave now.
Your Excellency,
Let's discuss it after we get back.
Your Excellency!
I have already been informed on the reasons for your act. You believe the Tenryo Commission to be untrustworthy and sought to sabotage the... Fortunately, the end result exposed and thwarted a secret Tenryo Commission plot.
But Your Excellency, so many comrades have sacrificed themselves in the line of duty. I want to keep fighting. I want ultimate victory!
I understand your sentiments, but you cannot simply impose your will and expect others... During the war, there were highs and there were lows. And in the end, there was a glorious victory. But you saw nothing of the countless others who will remember the war quite differently. Watatsumi Island's people yearn for peace because they have long since given all they had to the war effort. They are tired of treading water, and don't need you dragging them back underneath once again.
But...
I understand, I do. And the fault is not yours alone. It was largely an oversight on my part. I taught you to nurture a warrior's will.
It's not your fault, Your Excellency. It was either way. We are ready to accept
Very well. Then I hereby declare... that as of today, I am founding a new secret corps of the army. This division will be responsible for keeping Watatsumi Island safe and secure, neutralizing any and all threats to the peace of our island. You and your comrades will all be welcome to join. But be warned, the training will be grueling.
Your Excellency, what?
I have concluded from today's peace talks that the Kujo clan cannot achieve absolute peace and stability in the near future. It is right that Watatsumi Island moves towards peace, but we must still retain a defensive capacity. Those whose warrior's will is alive and well, I invite you to embark on the most challenging training regimen of your life. I don't want to hear from any of you again until all of you can take on 2 shogunate samurai at a time. All right, dismissed. Go and report to General Goro. And remember, and if there is, there will be no more leniency from me. Whatever.
Yes, ma'am. From now on, we will focus on... Thank you for this opportunity, Your Excellency.
I think that's... I can feel my energy levels starting to drop. Thank you for everything. With your help, peace has been restored. Recovering. Today was a reminder that I don't cope well in situations with lots of people. I think I might get Goro to handle the negotiation. Do you think so? To be honest, I'm still a long way off what's expected. In the past, I was concerned only with winning the war, restoring peace, and making sure everyone could live a happy life. But I realized now that wasn't going far enough. People have all kinds of aspirations. In just as many measures, I have a long way to go. But that's okay. If I can't make the journey in one giant leap, in short, I've still got some maturing to do. Could you stay here on